So this is the first page, and you'll see on this test set of documents, I have the letter that I'm going to add the index to, and I have a series of files, including a copy of the lease, some summons that are going to be added as exhibits along with the lease, and the photos of the move out. So let's go ahead. First, I'm going to do this create PDF, which is going to go ahead and merge all the photos, oops, wrong directory, into one set of exhibits, or one exhibit. And the reason I'm doing this is that I don't need a divider page between all of these, because that gets a little confusing. So it's converting all of my images into a PDF, which is 16 of them, and then it's combining it into one. Now, if these were multiple pages, I could go ahead and choose to only have one of those pages. But I'm going to go ahead and combine it. And it takes a minute because these are fairly large photos. And it says combined files, but I'm going to call this combined move out pictures. I left combined in because that made more sense to me, because these get a little confusing. And I'm going to grab that, which you can't see because it's off the screen, but I'm going to grab that out of my downloads folder and just put it over here to keep things clean. So now I'm going to go back to Magic Exhibits Home, and I'm going to create an exhibits package. Now, for this time, I'm going to go ahead and say, what order do I really want these documents in? And at first, if you think about it, I can just pop everything over here, and then I can reorder it. But here's the thing, I'm actually going to be adding information to my continued occupancy cover letter. So right now it's gone up to the internet and converted, but I'm going to remove this. Now, I actually want my lease to be the first. I want my move out photos to be the second. Oh, but you know, I don't like how that looks. So I'm just going to change that, as David suggested, to move out photos. And then these are my summons, and I've stripped off the names just to keep this, you know, kind of a little confidential, but these are public record. Okay? So I have the lease, the move out photos, and the summons. Okay? I'm going to hit next. And I would call these exhibits, especially if I were doing a pleading. But for me right now, these are actually attachments because they're being attached to a letter. Okay? And my client is actually the plaintiff, so I'm going to start with 1 and the number of 1. But I could change this, for example, to A, B, and C, or I could start it later in the series if I needed to. These are going to be plaintiff, but maybe I don't want to say plaintiff because, you know, I haven't decided to sue them yet. And I could just remove that and just do it with a number. I can change the number of digits here to be any number, especially as you get bigger files. And I could change the colors. I usually use hot pink, but we don't have to do that right now. We'll leave it this color. And it's going to put it at the bottom, and it's labeling it attachments. So let me click next. Now I can download this contents page. What's really neat about this is I'm going to take this table. Let me redo those weird sizings. There we go. Control C. Edit. Paste special. Oh no, I don't actually want to paste special. I just want to paste it. And it would put it right in. This is a big deal when I'm trying to do pleadings. Maybe not as essential right here. But when you want to agree with what your documents are, especially in a contract, this could be very helpful. All right. Oh, that's a word problem. view, draft, just delete this, right?
Can't. It's a feature of Word.
It's a feature of Word.
After a table, there's always an extra line. Table can't be the last thing in a document.
Okay. So let's make this size 10.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay. View, print layout. Everything fits into one page. Great. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to download all the documents. So when I look here, and I'm grabbing this again from another screen, so don't worry about that because I grabbed it from my downloads. Here are my attachments. Now, this is where I don't necessarily, I could have chosen not to put this in, or I could add this. I usually add it as a cover part to my attachments. And all of my pictures. Now what's really cool here is you'll see I have attachment A and I have that description. It's the same description that is up here. These are also links, so I can go from one exhibit to the next. So now that I've confirmed that everything's what I wanted, I'm going to come back to Magic Exhibits. I'm going to go back to Create PDF. I'm going to grab my cover letter. I'm going, why did it say that?
Because Create PDF doesn't convert docs. It only does PDFs, TIFFs, GIFs, JPEGs, or PNGs. It doesn't talk to Cloud Convert.
All right, well, I don't consider that to be user-friendly.
All right.
So I'm going to take and grab my continued occupancy cover letter. I'm going to grab my attachments. And this time, I am going to call this, not going to put an exhibit label because I'm not going to add a contents page or divider pages.
More new Bates numbers.
Or Bates numbers. I am just going to combine this. And my final version, I happen to use the date. Well, maybe not. 2018-04-07. And this will be the final letter in re-occupancy. And then I'm going to click Next. And you'll see it didn't add Bates numbers this time. And there we go. We download all the exhibits. Give it a second. And here we go. There's my cover letter. There was the list of attachments as it came in the thing. And you'll notice here they are. I did not put any Bates numbers on here, but the Bates numbers are here in the color I chose. So there you have it.